Hello everybody, it's Kerry from the Schmidt House, working on a video today. Weather's finally cooperating. It's been super windy the last few days, and actually been hoping to get a little rain to help with a project that we're working on, but it just didn't happen. So we're working on our little enclosed building project. We did the tear down, did all that. So what I've been doing now is hauling in some material to build up the pad for the concrete, because it's going to take a little bit of fill on one end, a little over a foot of fill on one end. And been hauling in some caliche from our other property, some caliche type fill material. And today I'm going to probably take the skid steer and start knocking it down and placing it and trying to roll it in. Let me show you what we're working on here. So here's the material we hauled in, and it's pretty dry. That's the reason I was hoping we'd get some rain. I hauled this in here and I thought we'd get some good rain on it, get a little moisture in this material would help with the compaction. But I've had the sprinkler going on all morning, try to get a little bit of moisture in it, and I'm going to fire up the skid steer here in a minute and start kind of pushing some of this stuff around, walking it down, dragging it, and then I'll put the sprinkler on it again, depending on how it looks, and try to get a little more water in it so we get some good compaction. Mainly not so worried about the compaction. I just want to get some good moisture in here. So when the contractor pours the concrete, what happens a lot of times in this type of material, if it doesn't have a lot of moisture in it, it'll suck the moisture out of that concrete too quickly, causing it to cure too quickly, and you'll get a lot of those little hairline fractures and cracks in your concrete. So by trying to water it down real good and get some moisture in it, it may help that somewhat. So I'm going to let this water a little bit longer, and then I'll get the skid steer over here and start kind of spread it out a little bit, open it up so we can get more water in it. gotten to the point on my pad where I need to check the elevation on it, see how close I am. And the only way I can do that, I don't have a level or an instrument, is I'm going to lay a 2x6 across there. And I know that they formed this concrete up with a 2x6, so I'm going to go down here, find the bottom of it, lay a 2x6 there, put a level on top of it, just a regular carpenter's level, and lay it across there and see how close it is. And I know I'm a little high over here. I just don't know how much. If I'm a little low, I'm not too worried about that. If it is a little low, I'll have plenty of dirt there. And my skid steer here for the contractor to use to level it up. You know, it's easier for them to add a little bit, roll it down, than to try to cut that material out of there. But worked pretty good, I think. It's definitely a little high on that one side yet. But when Andrea gets here this afternoon, I'll get her to help me with the level and the 2x6, and we'll go from there. Well, I think we're finished, ready for forms and concrete. It's a little wet, a little soft. Gonna have to set up a little bit, but I don't know when my concrete guy's gonna be here. It may be a week or two. You know, I talked about using the 2x6 across there with a level to checking how close we are, but I didn't have a 2x6 that was straight enough, so all we did was pull a string across the concrete, measure down 5.5 to 6 inches, and that's what we had all the way through. And for a 2x6 form, that'll be perfect. Might be a spot or two that might be a little high that they'll come through by hand and chip out of there, but it's very little. So yeah, the next stage is getting some forms up and some rebar down. Of course, they're going to dowel into this probably every foot. They'll probably dowel into it, drill into it, stick rebar in there to tie it all together. And hopefully another month we'll have concrete, or sooner. And then after that we can order our building.